Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we are going to solve exercises that related to chapter 1, Introduction to Physics. Okay, write the following numbers in scientific notation. Recall that the scientific notation can be written as the following form: A times 10 to the power k, where k is an integer number and a is a number between 1 greater or equal 1 and less than 10. For instance, 2.5 times 10 to the power 5. This number has been written in scientific notation. Another example for scientific notation, we can say 5.7 times 10 to the power minus 2. Minus 2 is an integer number. 5.7 is a number between 1 and 10. So, how can we transform from standard form to scientific notation? Okay, if the number is greater than 1, we should move the decimal point to the right and add a plus sign to the power. If the number is less than 1, we should move the decimal point to the right and add a negative integer number for the power. So let's try to solve some examples involve transforming standard form to scientific form. For 1020, since this number is greater than 1, then we should move the decimal point to the left-hand side. Where is the decimal point for this integer number? We always have a decimal point here, so we need to move the decimal point until we have a number between 1 and 10. How many times we're gonna move it? Let's count. 1, 2, 3. We will move the decimal point here. Therefore, we should write this number as following: 4.020. We will notice that this number A is between 1 and 10. How many times we move the decimal point? 1, 2, 3. So we should add times 10 to the power plus 3. Okay, now next we will transform this number from standard form to scientific notation. First of all, since this number is greater than 1, we should move the decimal point to the left. Where is the decimal point in this case? The decimal point on the right hand side of the number. We should move it until we have a number between 1 and 10. So let's count: 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 1.37996 times 10 to the power 4 or plus 4. Now, this number is less than 1. So we need to move the decimal point to the right hand side, and don't forget to raise the power with negative sign. So how many times we're gonna move the decimal point? Let's count: 1, 2. So we need to write 1.5 times 10 to the power minus 2. Okay, for this number, also this number is less than 1, so we should move the decimal point to the right. Let's count how many times: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 6.21 times 10 to the power minus 13. Okay, now let's try to write this number in scientific notation. First of all, this number is greater than 1, so we should move the decimal point on the right hand side to the left. How many times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 4.3 times 10 to the power plus, in this case, since we are moving to the left, 13. Now, in this case, also here we have a number greater than 1, so we should move the decimal point to the left. But in this case, the decimal point is between 3 and 5, so we should move this decimal point to the left. How many times? 1, 2, 3, until we have a number between 1 and 10. So 5.1, 2, 3, 5 times 10 to the power 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's try to solve a second exercise. In this exercise, we're gonna try to write numbers in standard form. So we have the numbers in scientific notation and we need to write them in standard form. Remember that if we wanted to write a number from scientific notation to standard form, sorry, this is standard S, we need to move the decimal point to the left if the power is negative and to the right if the power is positive. Okay, 2.01 times 10 to the power minus 2, since the power is negative, we need to move the decimal point to the left. How many times we're gonna move it? We're gonna move it 2 times equal to the number of power, the raised power, 1, 2. So we need to put the point here and fill the gaps with zeros. So the number should be 0. We should have 0 before the decimal point. So 0 point, we are here. We're gonna write all the numbers on the right hand side of the decimal point. So 0, 0, 2, 0, 1. Remember that the decimal point here moved to the left hand side as shown here. Okay, let's try to write the second number. In the second number we have 8.526 times 10 to the power minus 5. Since the power is negative, we need to move the decimal point to the left. How many times? 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the decimal point. But we have here gaps. We need to fill it with zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. And don't forget to add 0 on the beginning. So 0.00008. There is no decimal point here. We already have it here. So we're gonna write 5, 2, 6. This is the standard form. Okay, for this example, we have the power is positive, so we need to move the decimal point to the right. How many times? 3 times. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 3, 9, 8. Don't forget to fill the gap. Here we have gap. We need to fill it by 0. And the decimal point here, no need to show the decimal point in this case. It's sufficient to leave the number in this form. This is the standard form. Let's try another example. Since we have a positive power here, we need to move the decimal point to the right. This is the decimal point. How many times? 2 times, and the power is equal to 2. So 1, 2. So the decimal point should be between 6 and 5. And we're gonna write 8, 9, 6.54. So I'm gonna rewrite it clearer way. 8, 9, 6.54. Okay. Another example we have here, negative power integer number. So since we have a negative, we need to move the decimal point to the left hand side. How many times? 3 times. So this is the decimal point, 1, 2, 3. So the decimal point here, don't forget to add 0 before the decimal point and fill the gaps. We have 2 gaps, so we have 2 zeros. And rewrite the number 0.0064822. The last example, also we have a negative here. So since we have a negative power, we need to move the decimal point to the left. How many times? One number. So the decimal point should be here. We don't have gap between the decimal point and the 3, but don't forget to add 0 on the left hand side of the decimal point. 0.34. Okay, thank you for watching. See you in the next video soon.